Choose a job that you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Perhaps you're thinking of pursuing a career as a Scrum Master. But do you have what it takes? Do you have the skills and knowledge required? Will you even like this role? By the end of this video, you'll get the answers to all these questions. Know if the Scrum Master role is the right fit for you. How will you know that? By answering 6 simple questions. Number 1, do you like the spotlight? If you're someone who craves recognition for your work, you're probably not gonna like the role of a Scrum Master. One of the main goals of a Scrum Master is to help create a self-organized, self-managed team responsible for their work, accountable for their work. And you do this by creating an environment where the team can excel, unlock their potential as individuals, but also as a team. The Scrum Master looks good when the team looks good. And a good-looking team usually means a team that's always continuously improving, releasing working increments every single sprint. And when this happens, the product owner, the developers get all the praises. Let me give you a simple example. In the sprint review, you can help the product owner, help developers structure the sprint review. Ensure that it's effective. But the sprint review will be done by the developers, by the product owner. They will get all the positive feedback from the stakeholders. You'll be in the sideline, not in the spotlight. And some people don't like that. Some people want to be in the spotlight. And the product owner role might be a better fit for you if you're this kind of person. A good analogy that I love using is the Scrum Master is very similar to a golf caddy. Golf caddy is extremely important for the golfer. But the role of a golf caddy is not to look good. No, it's to make the golfer look good. Do whatever it takes to make the golfer look good and win the trophies. Same for the Scrum Master. You look good when the team looks good. Number 2, are you technical enough? We already talked about this subject. Is a Scrum Master required to have a technical background in this video? And the answer didn't change. You're not required as a Scrum Master to have a technical background, but it helps. It helps. As a Scrum Master, one of the big things that you will be doing every single day is helping the team identify and resolve impediments, usually technical impediments, blockers, things blocking the team, things slowing down the team, also helping the team identify improvement items, where to improve, and help them implement that. And you do all this by using your skills, your personal skills, your soft skills, and also asking questions. As a Scrum Master, you are not here to tell people what to do. The team is self-managed. The team is self-organized. But you can ask questions to guide them, to help them, to coach them, to mentor them. And when you have a background, a technical background, when you're a technical person, you can simply ask better questions. Because you speak their language, your questions will be more powerful and precise, in a sense that you know what they are talking about, so you can ask better questions. And this doesn't only apply to the technical part, but also the business side of things. If you have been a salesman for the past 20 years and now you're working in a Scrum team, developing an application for salesmen to help them sell more, you'll obviously be able to ask more precise and powerful questions. But generally speaking, having at least an interest in technology really helps, because you'll be dealing with software and developers every single day. Number 3, can you influence people without authority? That's one of the hardest skills to master, influencing people without telling them what to do. And that's especially true when you're transitioning from maybe a role of a tech lead, a manager, project manager, to the role of a Scrum Master. In these previous roles, it's more of a assigning work to people. Just do that because I told you to do that. Compared to the role of a Scrum Master, as per the Scrum framework, where it's more of influencing, persuading people without authority. Instead of do this because I told you to do this, you're more of a servant leader. Yeah, serving people, helping people good in the right direction. Not telling them what to do, letting them be self-organized, be self-managed, but guiding them, coaching them, influencing them, but without forcing them to do stuff like a manager or a tech lead would do. It's very different, and it takes a lot of patience to do that. Patience, practice, is a skill that you can develop, and some people don't like it. Some people like this authority and simply telling people what to do. Others like to let people have this freedom of choice, be creative, be innovative, and simply guide them, mentor them, coach them. Number 4, can you handle conflict? Conflicts happen in all environments, in all companies, in all teams, and especially Scrum teams. We are working in a complex environment with a lot of uncertainties. We're expecting the team to be self-managed, self-organized, make decisions together. On top of this, add all the strong personalities, typical strong personalities of developers, of a product owner, and you're 100% sure to get conflicts. Conflicts every single day. There's nothing wrong with conflicts. Some common examples of conflicts in a Scrum team: not being able to agree on how to fix an issue, not being able to agree on the priority of a backlog, the ways of working, clashes, personality clashes, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a Scrum Master, you're here to help the team be self-organized, self-managed, help the team smoothen this process of letting them handle the conflicts themselves. No one likes conflicts. You just need to be able to handle it as a Scrum Master. Number 5, are you a good listener? As mentioned earlier, one of the big part of the role of a Scrum Master is asking questions. Powerful questions to help the team resolve impediments, improve. And to ask powerful questions, you need to first listen. Listening, very underrated skill. Most people in organizations, in the professional environment of organizations, are talkers. They like talking. They think that the company is paying them for the amount of words that comes out of their mouth. No, the company is paying you for your ideas, especially ideas that translate into action. And to do this, you need to ask powerful questions. You need to first listen. Listening to some people, maybe in the one-to-one session, listening to one of the team members vent, talk about something. It's good. Let them talk about things so that they can find their ideas themselves. You can also ask powerful questions, but you need to listen, understand the problem first. It's a skill. It's a skill that needs to be improved. And it takes a lot of patience to listen. And honestly, most people don't have this patience. They like talking and talking and talking. And if it's you, that's okay. The role of a Scrum Master is not for you, but it's okay. There's a lot of other roles that you can do. And the last question that you need to answer: do you really like helping others? I finished with this question because it's a sort of combination of all the other points that we talked about in this video. Helping others is the center point of the role of a Scrum Master. It's what a Scrum Master is all about. Helping the team unlock their potential, improve in terms of the processes, the ways of working, the product itself, individually and as a team. Work as a single unit, as a team, if you like doing that, instead of focusing and being selfish on helping yourself or being in the spotlight. The role is for you. If you like putting other people first, put the team first, the role is for you. The first question a Scrum Master needs to ask themselves every single day: how can I help others? And there's a lot of sessions, meetings, Scrum events to do that, starting with a daily Scrum. The developers should be crafting a plan for the day. How can I help them do that? There's so many opportunities to help people during the day, in the team, outside the team, in the organization. But you need to love putting other people first, which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.